Howdy, everybody. It's your pal Misty. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. It is time for your Monday night live stream, and y'all just having a good time all here without me. I appreciate I appreciate it. I appreciate that y'all are all here and ready to go. Hello, Cheryl. Thank you for being here. Hello, Mama. Yeah, Mama enjoyed our live stream the other day, Cheryl. I know she told you that in your comments too. I saw. I enjoyed it as well. Kirsten is here. Hey, Coach. How are you? Oh, Mary's here. Did I miss you, Mary? Here. Hey, Mary. All right, everybody's chatting with each other. Oh, friend's here. Hey, friend. Guys, in case you missed it, last week, I feel like it's still a shocker, but Claire turned 1. She's 1 whole year old. So, happy late birthday, little friend. So, yes, welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here on this Monday night live stream. I do appreciate it. Oh, it's my vacuum cleaner. I'm like, what is that behind me? It's my vacuum cleaner. I want to see it. It's cleaning stuff. I've been cleaning as I'm going. Sorry, I got distracted by that by there. But I hope y'all are having a great day. I am feeling ever so much better after the last week. I ended up losing my voice on Thursday or Friday. A little bit of both, maybe, I think. Maybe even Wednesday. I don't know. The week all kind of blurred together. I lost my voice for a while and just didn't feel my best. But feeling much better this week. We had a cold snap come through. I think the whole United States had a little bit of a cold front come through. So I had finally packed most of my winter clothes. So I packed all my hoodies and most of my pants. So I have 3 pairs of joggers, 2 pairs of sweatpants, a jacket, and a vest. I've already had to wear all of them in the last week, dadgummit. Haven't even been able to move yet. Oh, you had the 12-month checkup today. No, it's official, friend. You got a 1-year-old. Phew, she's growing so fast. You was just pregnant a minute ago. Anyway, so last week I spent most of the week just sick and not feeling good. Lost my voice. Actually, to be fair, I felt better than I did previously. It's one of those things where I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but you start out feeling really bad and then the congestion sort of blocks your vocal cords at some point. But by the time you get to there, you kind of feel a little bit better because the congestion's not all in your head anymore. It's more in your chest, which isn't a better situation, but mental clarity is better. So I always think I feel better, even if I may not actually be better. Yes, she's 1 year old, Kirsten, already. We just had the baby shower the other day, remember? I don't know how that happened. Did she cry? She had shots, blood work, and you have to take her to see the eye doctor. Uh-oh. She don't have good vision. It happens sometimes. But they'll get her checked out. Yeah, the year did fly by. They'll get her all checked out and squared away, I'm sure. Plus, they do kind of look cute in them little glasses. Not that I'm wishing that she needs them, but they are kind of cute in them little glasses when they're real tiny. I don't know. Maybe that's just, I think, it's one of those things. If you have curly hair, you want straight hair. If you don't wear glasses, you want to wear glasses. Because I've always kind of wanted to wear glasses, even though I don't need them. Because my arm's still long enough. That's always the joke that I tell. As you get older, you kind of got to step it back a half a step every couple of years. Right now, I'm about right here. So I got a ways to go before I have to get glasses, because I figure as long as I can have this much, I'm still good, and I still don't need glasses. If it goes a little bit more than that, my arm's not that long, that's when we get glasses, and I think you start over again. I think is how that's supposed to process. Oh no, she cried. That's poor thing. Did you play her some Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? See if that makes her feel better. um. So yeah, so most of my week was not feeling well, not having a voice. And then on Saturday, I did the live stream on Cheryl's channel. It was her, myself, and our friend Maha. I adore Maha. She's one of my best friends. She's amazing. So she's also a birthday twin with one of my other best friends. Another Sagittarius woman around me. But it was a really good discussion. And actually, to be fair, is part of what led me to do this topic tonight. It was a topic that I had thought about and I had written it down as a topic to discuss just if I needed a topic one day. But it's cost versus value. So we'll get into that a little bit more. But part of why I wanted to talk about it was because of the things that we talked about in that live stream. So we talked about different ways that you can live a healthier lifestyle in your physical home. So I encourage you to go watch that over at Cheryl's Place. That's her channel name. And it was a good conversation. My mama liked it. So that's how you know it's a good one, Cheryl. If my mama liked it, I mean, it was a good one. But we learned lots of things about each other and about ourselves and about, doing things because they're worth it to you and not wanting to get things out of the house because of the perceived value or the cost. And so in talking about that, it left me kind of thinking on it a lot, and I think it's pertinent in a lot of situations. And so I just kind of wanted to talk about it this evening. Hey, Janine, thanks for being here. Oh, you have Mickey on for her now. That's great. Mickey makes everybody, maybe not everybody, feel better, but it makes me feel better. So good choice. So yeah, so that was a great live stream. And then, Saturday morning, of course, we did our Fit Squad workout. And then I went over to Amy's house and we finished the shelves because it had like a weird sort of texture from the spray paint on the wood. So we ended up doing a clear coat on it just to sort of even it all out and make it look better. So I did that Saturday morning after the workout. So that took about 3 or 4 hours to finish up. We had to go to Home Depot again. Yeah, I see. Another reason I don't want to be a homeowner. I don't even own a home. I'm just moving to an apartment and I've already had to go to Home Depot like 3 times. What is that? I also love my best friend and we don't plan very well. And I don't know what the plan is half the time. So I can't say, I would have known we needed that if I knew the plan. I don't need to know the plan. Just tell me, I'm the manual labor. You tell me what to do. You want me to hammer that? Tell me to hammer that. What size nail it's going to take. And that's on you, boo. That's your job. If you want it to be my job, just tell me it's my job. But I didn't know it was my job. Anyway, we've been to Home Depot a bunch and haven't even moved yet. So I did that, and then I did the live stream. Hold on, let me take a sip of this. We're having sparkling ice coconut pineapple, which I have to say I really enjoy. I've not always been a coconut fan, so it's really good. I still don't think I would want like the drink, but the coconut pineapple water tastes good. Anyway, so then Sunday, of course, we went for a walk. Amy brought her dog Lily. Lily did really good. But it looked like it was going to storm. It didn't look like it was going to storm. It did storm. We ended up walking only half of what we normally walk because we'd rather do that than not walk at all. Get to hang out. And then me, Natasha, and Mary went for breakfast, which is another reason why I kind of wanted to talk about cost versus value. And hello, Natasha. Thanks for joining because you're part of the reason that cost versus value came up for me as well. Hello, Sarah. Thanks for joining the live stream. Appreciate you being here. It's another reason why cost versus value kind of came up. So I hope y'all have all had a great week. I don't know. Did y'all do anything fun y'all want to shout out? We'll be doing next week will be non-scale victories week. So, because it'll be the first. And, I mean, it's like, Uh-oh. This, why can't I even say this out loud? This will be the last live stream from this place. There. That's all you had to do. Just say it out loud. This will be the last one. Every it's one of those things where in so many situations you don't know what the last is going to be. But in all of these situations, I know when the last time I'm going to do something is. Like this Sunday was the last time I was going to go for a walk from here. I sat in the parking lot for like 10 minutes before I could pull out. And it was 6 months of my dad dying on Sunday, so that was yesterday. It was kind of a hard day. I didn't tell anybody about it till the end of the day, but anyway, so we did the walk, but we didn't get to do as much. And then Amy decided that she wanted to cook crawfish all on her own. And I love me some crawfish. I really do. But I have discovered that shrimp gives me problems. And so I was worried that it was all shellfish. So she said she'd cook them separate and just cook all the stuff and then cook the crawfish. But I told her no, I wanted to try it because I wasn't sure if it was crawfish or if it was just shrimp. Although most people, from what I understand, if you have one, you have them all. And evidently, so do I. I only had like 2 dozen crawfish, which for me is nothing. I can put away 5 pounds of crawfish, and that was barely probably a pound that I put away yesterday. My belly didn't like it. I took a Benadryl when I got home. I was itchy. My lips were kind of tingly. The Benadryl helped all that. I slept okay, but I woke up a couple of times with a not well stomach, and I ate lunch earlier, and it didn't stay very in the stomach very effectively. So I'm just going to kind of skip all shellfish from now on. So I'm real sad about that because I I like shrimp and crawfish and oysters and crab legs and but like I told my mom, I also enjoy sugar and it also doesn't make me feel good and I skip it. So like yesterday we ended up having a bonfire at Amy's because the crawfish boil, by the way, went phenomenally well. She did great. My best friend crushed her first crawfish boil. She did really, really good. She has the stuff, or she bought the stuff recently, but she's always had someone else do it. One of our friends, predominantly one of our friends, Jackie, does it. So she just went on YouTube. My friend Amy went on YouTube, looked up how to do it, got a recipe on how long to cook them from HEB, which is a grocery store here, and put it all together. And yeah, it was killer good. I can't do it anymore. You've never had crawfish? Oh, that's a shame. Do you know what they are? They're like little tiny lobsters. Do you like shrimp, Janine? I don't even know. Do you like shrimp and seafood and things like that? Oh, I didn't know that, Sarah. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's tough. It's kind of dumb. I don't like it. It's not my favorite thing that's ever happened in my life, that's for sure. Yeah, crawfish is delicious, but evidently it's not for me anymore. So this weekend was really good. It was kind of sad. There were a lot of lasts, and this will be the last live stream from this apartment. That will not be the last live stream. I'll be back next Monday. We'll do non-scale victories in a new place. Hopefully, cross the fingers. I'm just claiming that into existence because I have the electricity set up. I already have my router for the internet. They say I just plug it in and go in the app and it'll activate. So I should have internet and power, which you need both of them. You need power to get on the internet, obviously. I think it's going to have power anyway. I think it's one of those things. Most apartments will keep it on because I have to show proof that I switched it over. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be on when I get there, whatever time I pick up the key on Friday morning. I did decide, oh, Mama, I haven't even told you this yet. I just kind of decided it last night and did it this morning. I decided to board the dogs for the weekend. for both their sanity and mine. I don't want to have to worry about them getting out of the house while I'm trying to move stuff. I don't want them panicking while I'm trying to move stuff around. I don't really want them at the old place or the new place. Neither one really made sense of where to keep them while I'm trying to do all the other stuff. And so I'm putting them up. We're boarding them from Friday through Monday. I'll pick them up on Monday. I'm off work on Monday as well. And I've just decided that that's the way that we're going to take care of that, because the thought of what to do with them and where for them to be over the weekend with everything going on, and I'll have people at the house coming in and out of the house. And so I was just like, if y'all have not figured this out already, I'm trying to do this in the least stressful way possible for myself. And if it costs extra, the value for me is worth it. We'll get into that in just a second. Hey, Tom, thanks for joining. I appreciate you passing through to show some love. I get it. A lot of live streams happen. A lot of different videos are out. It's hard to catch all of them. So I always appreciate y'all being here and giving me your time, especially those of you who come every week to hang out with me. I look forward to it. I've really been looking forward to it today. I'm not going to lie to you. I've had a really good day today. I got some news that was just a blessing, to be really honest. So it feels like, when things happen and it's like you've waited and you just felt like things would never change, and then they do, and it's such a blessing when you didn't see it coming. So it's been a great day. I feel much, much better. I'm still not 100%. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm still not 100%, but I am much, much better. Hey, Gina, thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, less stress for all of us. You'll still get to meet them, Mary. You'll just have to meet them the next weekend when Natasha gets to come. So they'll be there that weekend. But the first weekend when we're setting everything up, I could not. And once I got there, then I stopped. So also, a big shout out to the Discord today for helping me figure out where the forks are going to go. For those of you who have been following along or were on the live stream with Cheryl the other day, one of the things that I've been saying is I talk about having different systems set up in my house for different things, and that one of the things that's given me the most anxiety, that leads more to fear than excitement, is that I don't know where things are going to go in this new place. Like my forks. Where are my forks going to go? I don't know. There's so many options. And there's really not so many options. So yesterday when we were on our walk, Mary's like, I know where to put your forks. I'm like, where? She's like, in a drawer. I was like, that's not helpful. She's like, well, where do you put them now? I'm like, in a drawer. She's like, but which drawer? Like, do you put them next to the sink? Do you put them next to the... I was like, I have one drawer. I don't have options. She's like, oh. Well, then, yeah, that'll make it tricky. I was like, this is what I'm trying to tell everybody. So I sent him a picture of my kitchen, and I'm like, where would you put the forks? It's really effective. If you're really bad at something, get you friends who aren't, and then ask them a bunch of questions and have them come over and help, even if you need to. It's great. I'm getting real good at asking for help, and I'm kind of digging it. I've never been an asker of help. I've been a giver of help, and I still love to give help, but I've never been one to ask for. I'll do it myself. I may do it in the most hardest, impossible way to conquer ever, but I'm going to do it myself. That first of all, it's not as fun doing it by yourself all the time. Sometimes you want to do it with other people. It makes it more fun, especially things that are challenging. So anyway, shout out to the Discord for helping me figure out where my forks are going to go. We still haven't exactly figured out which part's going to be the pantry and where the plates and cups are going to go. We're working on that because it doesn't have a pantry, but it has a lot of storage and have an island. I don't know, Discord. We'll be working on that in the next couple of days as I move. So, but I'm getting really excited about the move. I am. Oh, Becky's here. I'm not able to chat much, but you're listening. That's perfectly fine. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all being here for the chat and just here to listen and listen to my thoughts on stuff. Obviously, if you have any thoughts on the topic, you know, feel free. In fact, as we start this discussion on cost versus value, let's play along. Wait, first let's see what Gina said, and then we'll play a little game. Gina says her TV went kaput in July, and it took you to December to get a new one. Now this big old box TV has been sitting in your dining room for 4 months. You missed TV. You need to get rid of that TV, or do you need to fix that? Oh, you got a new one, and that old one is just sitting there. I'm not going to lie. I still have a big box TV upstairs. I will be recycling it. I'll be bringing it to Natasha at some point. Natasha already knows. It's not like a secret. Like I'm telling her right now. She already knows. I have some electronics. One of them, I have 2 TVs, actually. I'm not going to lie. So don't feel too bad about it, Gina, because I've had my TVs for a long time. I don't know. Hey, Will, thanks for joining. I appreciate you being here. So we are going to talk about cost versus value. And one of the ways that I always like to think about cost versus value is actually a presentation that my work husband used to do when we would train one of our programs. And so I like to make this interactive with y'all sometimes. And so we'll kind of make it interactive today, right? Because this is what we would do in a training environment when we're talking about cost versus value. So cost is how much you pay for an item or how much a person is asking for you to pay for that item. That is the item's cost. We're all good there, right? Pretty easy, self-explanatory. We all know cost. And then you have value, which is what you think it's worth. So you have the cost, which is what you pay or are asked to be being paid. And then you have value, what you think it's worth. So if I were to ask you today, would you rather have a 1-carat diamond or 1 pound of salt? Which would you choose? I'd like to know in the comments below. Or if you're here on the live stream, please put it in the chat. Right now today, if I was to say, Cheryl, Carolyn, Mary, Will, Kirsten, Mama, would you rather that I give you a diamond or would you rather that I give you a pound of salt? I feel like most of you are probably going to come up with the same answer. I'm going to give it a minute because I want some of y'all to put it in the comment. I appreciate you being the first, friend. Diamond, but she feels like it's a trap. It's not a trap. I think the diamond today is a wonderful choice. Will says a diamond. Kirsten says she loves both. What are the circumstances? Right now, there are no circumstances. Today, I tell you, Kirsten, would you prefer that I give you a diamond or would you prefer that I give you a pound of salt? A 1-carat diamond or 1 pound of salt? Mama would choose a diamond. Cheryl says for her today, she loves the diamonds, but salt she can use. But how much salt could you buy with a diamond, Cheryl? Are you sure? You still want the salt instead of the diamond? Gina chooses salt. So same question, Gina. I'm offering you a diamond. Do you know how much salt you could buy with that? Do you still want the salt? Sarah would take a diamond but sell it for needs. Carolyn wants to know if she also has a watermelon because then salt becomes exponentially more important. Okay, so Coach Kirsten says in that case, today, diamond or salt, she'll take the diamond, right? Will could take the diamond and buy 500 pounds of salt. Coach already has salt. She don't need no more. Janine says she would take the diamond because her wedding ring is now too big. The band on it's very thin and it's not recommended to make it smaller. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but kudos on getting small enough where your ring doesn't fit. That is a win, but that's kind of a bummer. But yeah, take the diamond, right? So Cheryl would take a diamond today. Becky would take a diamond because it lasts longer and she can sell it later if needed for money. Okay. And so here's where it gets fun, right? And Becky, yours was actually a great kind of segue, right? Because you can sell it for later. So let's say something you may not know about my work husband, who always used to do this analogy, is he is a huge fan of horror movies. Specifically, zombie apocalypse are some of his favorites. So now, let's all use our imagination. And you're now in the zombie apocalypse, where money means nothing. And I'll offer you a diamond, and I'll offer you salt, which you could use to preserve food, you could use to put on your food, you could use for barter and trade for other items. So now you're at the end of the times of the world in a zombie apocalypse. Well, maybe it's not exactly a true scenario, but go with me on it, right? You've seen movies. We're all pretending today. We're using our imagination. Now, would you want the diamond or would you want the salt? Gina said she was thinking about the end of the world, right? She would see the salt. Sarah would take the salt in that circumstance. So it's the end of the world. You're at the zombie apocalypse. You're one of the ones that hasn't been turned yet for whatever reason. You're immune. I don't know, right? Will says he has a salt flat, so he's covered. And that's true, right? So you may still want to take the diamond because you're in a different circumstance. And that's sort of the point. Mom would take the salt. Becky says her diamond would still be pretty. It would still be pretty. But has it lost its value? So when it's a cost versus value situation, in today, the diamond costs more and you can get more for it. So today, most people would say that it holds a greater value because you could use that diamond to buy 500 pounds of salt. Probably more than that. Probably like 1,000 pounds at least of salt. Right? But to the point, right? You could still use it to buy the other thing. What if that was taken away? Does it change the value? It does. But really what changed the value was the circumstance. So when I first asked you, even now, some of you were like, I don't really need diamonds. I'll take the salt. But when you challenge that question with, but you can take the diamond and sell it for salt, most of you took that deal. And so the other question that I want to know is, would you have actually sold it for salt? Because that was something that came up in the live stream, was people keeping things because they're valuable to them, because they cost a lot when I bought it. But what is its value today? For the person, it could still be pretty high. And it's a hard habit to get out of that, to giving that value to things or people who don't deserve it. Jen is here. Hello, Jen. Thanks for stopping by. Cheryl said diamonds because there's always someone who wants bling. I mean, there's always someone out there, right? You can buy them Gucci slides. You enjoy them Gucci slides. I'll wear my Croc slides. Thanks. They $25. I've had them for years. They work just great. Becky wants to know if the salt kills the zombies. Maybe she'd reconsider. Will said zombies would have a hard time getting to my house anyway. They would. Yeah, that's true. Ron, stopping through. Hello, Ron. Thanks for being here. You would sell it for what you need. That's good then. And that's the difference in a lot of things, right? So I just wanted y'all to kind of think about that. And y'all know I like to give analogies because I like to relate it to things that in big topics that make sense to me. And hopefully that kind of makes sense to you in the difference of cost and value. And a lot of times it's very personal, but it's also very situational, because things that at once were very valuable no longer hold that same value. And so as I've been going through decluttering, that's a question that I ask myself. I don't even remember. There's so many things that I hear, see, or read, and I wish I could give credit, and I can't. So I will tell you, this is not anything that I have thought of on my own. It's something that I heard somewhere at some point, and it stuck, and now I can't lose it, right? And it's, do you like it? Do you love it? Do you need it? Do you want it? And those are questions to ask yourself in different situations. Do you need it or do you want it? And then, if you need it, do you love it or do you like it? And then, if you want it, do you love it or do you like it? And placing things in different categories, in different boxes, for me, literally and figuratively, both work really well. So I ask myself about an item: do I need it? Do I want it? Do I like it? Do I love it? And then I also think, could that be of value to someone else? And so I spoke with Natasha. Y'all know this. And Natasha has been selling some of the stuff that I felt may have value to someone else. We put a cost on it. We being Natasha. Natasha's done all the work. But she put a cost on it and people bought it. So she sold things, and I'm giving her a profit of it for doing it for me. I really do appreciate it, Natasha. But at some point, I felt like it did have value still left in it, and that someone would be willing to pay that cost. And I was willing to pay a cost to have Natasha do it for me, because I knew that I wouldn't sell the diamond, right? I would tell you, yeah, give me the diamond so I can buy more salt. I'd probably just keep the diamond. I probably would just forget about the salt. Like, that's the truth. And so I'm at that place where asking for help, can you help me do this, is worth the cost, because I wouldn't have gotten anything for it. But now I have some fun money to play with, right? Excellent point. Thank you. I appreciate that. Gina says that she has a box of every picture and card her 26-year-old niece ever gave her. Very sentimental. She gets it regarding the clutter. And, and I think that's fine. If that brings you joy and you have it all together and you know and you need it and you love it, keep it. Nothing wrong with those things. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. I also had things that my nieces had given me. They're not that old yet, but I decided to take pictures of some of it. But I do have drawings that they have each given me, and they actually hang on my refrigerator. Those I will keep, because those have more value to me. They cost nothing, and they have no value to anyone else. But it's okay, because they do have that value to me. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I'm not going to sing it today for you, friend, but that is good. Natasha says, besides the cost of the item, there's also the cost of space to keep it, the cost of what is wrong, Misty? Upkeeping and cleaning the item, the mental cost of keeping track of all the things, etc. You could not have led better into my next point, which was exactly to say that. I know that I'm not going to be willing to do things. And one of them was keep things that don't serve me. Because there were things that I was keeping because I thought they would sell, knowing at the end of the day, I wasn't ever going to do it. And for years and years and years, not asking for help. The cost of keeping things has to be weighed sometimes, because I know people who have storage units full of stuff that they're going to sell that aren't worth as much as what they've already paid for storing all this stuff in that unit. I'm guilty of that. I pay for things that I end up not using. I have streaming services that I don't use very often. But for me, if it's there, I choose to think it's valuable enough to pay the cost. I think it's valuable enough to pay the cost to have the dogs boarded instead of worrying about them escaping or having a tough time as I move everything out. I've decided the value is worth the cost of living in both places for a month. Also, I got a good deal on the new place, which will allow me to afford that. But still, there are some things that they may not be valuable to other people, but they are valuable to me. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes you really need to sit down and self-evaluate the reason behind. What is your situation? What is your circumstance? And if it changed, would your thought on it change? Because sometimes we block ourselves from making the changes we want to make inadvertently. And checking in with yourself on things like that, I think, is important. Sarah says she's begun decluttering with the same thought process. Tasharia is here. Hello, Tasharia. Gina says her niece moved out of state when she was 4. She gave me one of her shoes to remember her. You still have it. That's so sweet. I love that. Like I said, I have some things that my nieces have given me, and I'm not going to give them away because they're valuable to me. They cost nothing, but they still hold value, and those things are okay to keep. They're priceless. Yes, there are some things that are priceless. The value is priceless because there is no cost that could take it from you, right? Everybody's saying hello to each other. Perfect. Wonderful. So that's something that I've been thinking about, not only as I declutter my house, but just in different things. I'm kind of going off on a little tangent here because it's been one of those things that's been on my mind, which is what the live streams are for me to talk about what I'm thinking about. One of those things that's been on my mind is when I don't know how to say it. Oh, she says Gina says she needs to call her handyman and she might have to board Cocoa Bean. Oh, Cocoa Bean. It just less stress for you and the dog. Yes, absolutely. Dang it. What was going to be hard to say? Y'all don't know. I didn't tell you. Well, geez, Misty. I was doing really well. And then I lost what a cost versus value. Internal things. Oh, dang. I did it to my own self because I thought Cocoa Bean was funny. I still think it's a cute name. I don't know why. Cocoa Bean is a little tiny dog. I feel like it needs to be a little tiny brown dog. Please tell me it's a little tiny brown dog. Okay, cost versus value. Where was I headed? I'm sorry. Now I've distracted my own self. And I don't have anyone here to circle me back around to what I was talking about other than cost versus value. I know. Dang. And it was something that was tricky, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. Oh, I remember what it was. I was going off on a tangent on habits because we talk so much about habits. And I think I may do another live stream on this after next week's Non-Scale Victory live stream. But we talk so much about the habits. You know what the hardest part is? Stopping the bad ones. I'm learning that as I am working out new systems for things or trying to, anticipate movements that I'll make, it's really a struggle to break to break the bad habits, I try to add, right? That's always my thing. In all this and what you're doing in your, health and weight loss expedition, wherever you are in it, is nope, just lost it again. I'm sorry. Misty. I do feel much better. I started to panic. I don't know what I was talking about, breaking bad habits, that made me start to panic inside, but it has made me panic inside. And now I'm trying to work through it here while still talking to y'all. It's the undefined anxiety that for me is the worst. I can feel my anxiety just went to 10 and I don't know why. And so I'm just going to try to just relax myself as we hang out here for a minute and we talk about cost versus value and habits. I'm trying to break bad habits. I must have had a bad habit pop in my head, and now I can't even think of what the bad habit was that I was thinking about. That's a shame. I've blocked it from myself. Do y'all do that? Y'all have bad habits and then you block them from yourself? It still doesn't mean that you got rid of the habit. It just meant that you blocked yourself from remembering that you continue to do this same stupid thing. We're going to breathe about it. Sarah says she thinks this also applies to ourselves. You have a tendency to extend yourself and devalue yourself. Absolutely. And that was definitely one place that I was going to take it as well. Oh, a cottage cheese covered toddler. Oh, toddler. Oh, no, she's a toddler. Oh, geez. Okay, go take care. And cottage cheese, I still need to try some. I've even heard people make chips out of cottage cheese. What? I've never even had cottage cheese. I think I would like it. I like cheese. I don't know. It's a texture thing because I see the cottage cheese and and my brain goes hard. It's not valuable enough for me to try to eat it yet. I can't get my brain wrapped around cottage cheese for some reason. Maybe one day. But yes, Sarah, absolutely to your point. So when it comes to cost versus value, it is something to think about for yourself. Are you devaluing yourself? Because can you wear the Gucci slides? Sure. Can you wear the Croc slides? Sure. Does it change who you are as a person? It may, because it's your decision about what's valuable to you and what is important and what should be kept and what do you hold in that place of value. And one of the things that I wanted to remind everybody that I tell y'all all the time is you're worth it. You're absolutely worth it. And it costs nothing. It's free. You're worth it. It's free. Because it's valuable. And you're valuable. There are people that value you above all. There are people out there who value you. I value you for being here with me this evening or for watching in the replay. You're worth it. You're valuable. There's no cost need be associated. You're enough. You just have to believe it. So, oh, now we're talking about cottage cheese. Oh, it's kind of sweet. Interesting. Oh, I could do a new favorite or epic disaster with cottage cheese. Should I make a dish out of it? Oh, cottage cheese mixed with sugar-free cheesecake mix. Like the Jell-O? Like the sugar-free Jell-O mix? Is that what you're talking about, Will? She blends it into a smoothie, Sarah says. Cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is so versatile. What? I'm going to have to try it in a new place. Okay, we'll do it. Should I make something out of it, though, or should I just eat the cottage? Do you just eat the cottage cheese? I don't really know. Janine says large curd. Oh, there's sizes of cottage cheese? Oh, no. Oh, no. There's some foods I don't know anything about. Mom, do you like cottage cheese? Maybe my mama doesn't like it. Because you know what I learned? I'm about to write you out just a little bit, Mama, but a lot of the foods that I like to eat, I eat them the way my mama eats them. But some of the foods that I don't like or don't know is because my mama didn't, we didn't ever have those. Do you not like cottage cheese, Mama? Let me know in the comments, in the section. Cottage cheese salted on a cracker? I mean, I could try a keto cracker, but just cheese on a cracker. I mean, cheese on a cracker sounds delicious. Claire eats small curd. Well, she's little. Does it matter? I don't actually know. You love cottage cheese with yogurt and fruit. Yes, the cheesecake jello mix. No. Is that a no? You don't like cottage cheese? Is that why I don't know if I like it? Did we not ever have it? Natasha says, try it as for the epic disaster new favorite. There are also a lot of recipes. Okay. I'll try it as is then. In a new place. We'll do a new favorite epic disaster. You used to eat it on Doritos? I mean, I guess it's still kind of a cracker, huh? Cracker and cheese, but you ate cheese on cheese Doritos? That's fun. Coach says she'd like that, Janine. She's with you on the cheese on cheese. Sherry says she doesn't like it, but she hasn't tried it in a while. My taste buds have totally changed. Like there were like coconut. I used to not like coconut. Well, I still don't like raw, like shaved coconut. It tastes gritty in my mouth. I don't like it, but I like coconut water as long as it doesn't have coconut pieces in it. And I'm okay with coconut chunks. Like I can eat a coconut chunk, but anyway, random because my taste buds have changed. Natasha also says large curd is your favorite, but you'll eat whatever. Cottage cheese pancakes. Oh, Mary says try small curd, especially if I have texture issues. We know that I have texture issues, Mary. Well, I think most of you know that I have texture issues. And is it like a gelatinous? Is it like Jello? Because I can't. I think, oh, yeah, that's definitely why my brain says don't eat it, Misty, because I almost gagged at the thought of the Jello, and I feel like every time I have seen cottage cheese, it looks jiggly. But I have seen, and I can't, I'm sorry. Oh, it just freaks me out even thinking about that, having to swallow that. Hold on, let me drink something real fast. That freaked out my throat. I don't like it. Wow. I had a reaction to Jello that I didn't even eat. Thanks for being here. It's like wet cheese. I mean, I could do that, I think. Because mozzarella, what's wrong with my vocabulary tonight? Mozzarella is kind of wet. Like an actual fresh mozzarella is wet cheese. So maybe I would like it. Small curd or large curd? I'll take what HEB has, I guess. Because I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to go grocery shopping. Because it's valuable enough for me to pay for stuff to put in the new apartment. I still have food, guys. I talked about that on Cheryl's Live. It's been 2 months of me eating out of my freezer and my pantry. My refrigerator's pretty much cleared out. I just have fluids in there, like energy drinks and waters and things like that. But it's pretty much cleared out from the refrigerator. I still have stuff in my freezer and my pantry. 2 months. I could live 2 months. I have lived 2 months. All I had to do was buy some more vegetables because I like to eat a lot of fresh vegetables, but I bought a lot of frozen ones. And all I have left again is cauliflower, which is fine. And cauliflower is something that I like too. It's pretty good these days. And so we took a turn. We took a turn into cottage cheese. Thank you for being here for value versus cost conversation, which then turns into should Misty try cottage cheese. And just so you know, the forks are going next to the refrigerator. Because I realized I told y'all we figured that out in the Discord, but I didn't tell y'all where the forks were going to go. Next up is where do the shoes go? Oh no, it's so much. But I'm very excited. Like, very excited. Like I said, I freak myself out to the point of fear sometimes. I'm not going to lie. And I'm sure the next few days will be very interesting. I actually took off on Thursday, which is the day before I move, just to make sure that I was prepared, move some of the stuff downstairs that I'll be taking on day one, figure out what all I'll need for that first weekend, to be able to work for the next week, get some of it moved to Amy's Thursday night, and then move the rest of it Friday, go pick up I'm getting a new bed. So it's going to be quite the week. I do not know if there will be a video this week or not. I apologize if there wasn't an extra video last week. I did put out a reel today, actually, and I have another reel that I need to put out on. I'm sorry, I put out a short today, but it was a short that I reused from Instagram that I'd already put out from the golfing a few weeks ago. So I need to do another one of those before the end of the month to keep my goals and my habits in step, the good ones. But I'm just realistically letting y'all know I'm not sure if you will see me again outside of another short on YouTube before next week. I'll try. I probably will do something on Thursday because I'll be off work and probably in freak out mode and talking to y'all helps. So I'll probably end up doing some type of video, either talking about that or who knows what. But if you don't see me, know that I'm okay. Know that I'll be in the process of moving, and the next time we do this live stream, which is going to be next Monday, May the 1st, we're going to do non-scale victories, and it should be from the new apartment. So get ready to get super excited. Y'all are going to have another new background to look at. I don't know what it's going to look at because I don't know where I'm going to be in the apartment because I don't have that set up yet. So I'm going to kind of wind it down for this evening. I just want to give some final closing follow-up thoughts, remarks on cost versus value, and then let y'all go. But I realized in the last several months after losing my dad that things that have cost don't always have value. Because after he died, people asked if I wanted his stuff. And then I didn't. I wanted him. And I couldn't have that. So I didn't want the stuff. It wasn't as valuable as having him. So I'm learning that I'm worth it. That I'm valuable. And I mean, ultimately, it was a cost. In my mind, I mean, y'all know I'm a Christian, so the ultimate cost was Jesus Christ giving his life. He paid the ultimate price for me to be able to live this wonderful life that I have, and I'm blessed for that. And I want to do my best to serve him and to be here for y'all and to show up for myself. I deserve everything that's coming to me. Ask, believe, receive. You have to put the work in. And I have. And it's all coming true. And it's great. And it's still a lot. And I still struggle through some days. But I appreciate y'all being here. Your time is valuable to me. Because we don't have a lot of it. And the time that we share together means a lot. And Oh, friend, I'm just sad. What did you want to know what you missed? I got myself all upset. Because you know what, friend? I'm worth it. I'm worth it. And I didn't have to do nothing. So. Ooh. Oh, there was a cheese explosion? That sounds fun. So, I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up for this evening. But I appreciate all of your kind words that I'm worth it. I am learning that that is absolutely true. And I didn't have to do anything for it except for believe that God gave his only son for me so that I could live this life and be here and share with y'all and learn and grow together and understand that although some things cost, always think of their value. Remember that you can be valuable without any cost at all because you're worth it. So, excuse me. I think you're all amazing, as Cheryl would say. But really, I appreciate you all being here this evening. Sorry, I kind of got into my feelings there at the end. Again, it's going to be a long week. I don't know if I'll see y'all before next Monday, but I do hope to see you next Monday. Hopefully, we can have a big, happy, festive live stream doing non-scale victories. Maybe I'll even have some of y'all join if you want. So be prepared if you'd like to join to discuss your non-scale victories. I'll send out a link for next week, and maybe some of y'all want to join me. That'd be a really fun way to kind of celebrate the new apartment too, with some non-scale victory chats, which for those of us going along in this life is something at any weight that is a good thing to remember, because at some point you're going to be in maintenance and you still get to have non-scale victories. So that's going to do it for today, guys. I appreciate you being here or for catching the replay. So like this video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe if you know how, and comment down below. Do you promise to think of what something costs versus what is its value? And then make your decisions based off of that. I love you, and I'll see you real soon. Good night, everybody. Have a great week.